Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Blaze, and right now I'm going to go over the Pittsburgh Steelers 2023 season and make my predictions. So let's get with it. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. And with that, week one, the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the San Francisco 49ers, and I see that as a loss for the Steelers. There are several games that are question mark games. That's one of them, but I'm going to give it to the Steelers. Week two, hosting the Cleveland Browns, and I believe that's a win for the Steelers. And week three, they are at the Raiders, and I see that as a win for Pittsburgh. And from there, week four, they're at the Houston Texans, and I see that as a win for the Steelers as well. And week five, first divisional game of the season, and they're hosting the Baltimore Ravens, and another question mark game, but at home I'm going to give it to the Steelers. Week six is an early bye week of the season for Pittsburgh, and from there it's on to week seven at the LA Rams, which I see as a loss for Pittsburgh. And also that's a question mark game. Pittsburgh has a lot of question mark games. About a half a dozen of them. Could go either way. On week seven, I'm going to give that win to the Rams. And with week eight, they're starting a 3-game home games. And week eight is versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I see that as a loss, with the surprising Jaguars being surprising people. And week nine, they're hosting the Tennessee Titans, and I give that a win for the Steelers. As I give the win next week, week 10 versus Green Bay, a win for the Steelers again. Week 11, they're traveling to Cleveland, division game, and I see that as a loss for the Steelers. And week 12, they're at Cincinnati. It's a rough couple of weeks, and I see that as a loss for the Steelers as well. But I see them bouncing back in week 13, starting a 2-game home stretch with the Arizona Cardinals, which I see as a win for Pittsburgh. And the following week, at home against the New England Patriots, and I see that as a win also for Pittsburgh. And traveling on the road, week 15 to the Indianapolis Colts, and I believe they'll pick up a win at Indianapolis. And week 16, hosting the Cincinnati Bengals, and I guess I see the Bengals sweeping that series for the season, and the Bengals pick up a win, which means a loss for the Steelers. In week 17, they're on the road the last 2 weeks of the season. Week 17, they're at Seattle, and that should be a win, I believe, for the Steelers. And rounding out the season at Baltimore, and I see that as a loss for the Steelers. It could go either way. Things go wonky and odd with playoff positioning and with teams trying to play spoiler. A whole lot of different things going on, but I'll give that one right now to the Ravens, so the Steelers are lost there. And that, I see the Steelers coming out of the 2023 season with a record of 10-7, and potentially good enough to qualify for the playoffs. Not surprised if they qualify for the playoffs. They're definitely good enough to do it. They're only getting better than they were last year and the year before. And so they'll be one of those teams that weren't in there last year, but will make a run for it. 10-7. Steelers fans, you guys got some good things to look forward to. Please, again, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye.